As you can tell, I'm making sure that I have my work cut out for me. But given with what my plans are, I need to make sure I be ready for anything. Without further ado, let's just get this started. I'm MegamanNG, and this is my monthly channel update for May of 2024. It's a prelude to a reprieve, and you'll probably know why. I'm running late enough as is, so if this update is late, you can pretty much guess that life decides to tell me otherwise. So let's just get on with it then, in the meantime. Now before we begin, I do want to say that if you enjoy my content, please be sure to do these 5 simple things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. April hasn't changed much in terms of watch time. Under 20% came from subscribers, and I want that to be improved upon. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so while hitting that bell. I can't stress enough how much of a pain in the butt this can be for a creator like me. But given with what's happening, I don't know. Like last month's update, this one I'm starting real talk on because... But it's about the... Let me try it again. Like last month's update, this one I'm starting real talk on, but it's about the debacle with Stellar Blade and Sony's double standards. This is one that has been going on for some time, ever since Sony moved their base of operations from Japan to California back in 2018. They've been on a warpath censoring games from Eastern game developers, yet leaving Western developers unchecked. Don't take my word for it. It has happened to many games for one reason or another. Some franchises, like Senran Kagura, suffered because of these changes, and other games have been outright banned from release in the West. I find this to be utterly stupid and hilarious. Do you want to know why? Because Nintendo did the exact same thing back in the late 80s, early 90s. Unfortunately, these content policies they would have, and I speak Nintendo, would end up biting them in the ass many years later. And now, Nintendo is allowing all manner of content on the Nintendo Switch. For the most part. I say it because we're seeing a reverse. Sony being like Nintendo was back then, while Nintendo is what Sony was before. The reverse has occurred, and all this does is alienate people that have been invested in the Sony brand, like I have. Which brings me to the main topic at hand, Stellar Blade. Yes, I pre-ordered it and bought it day one. I'm currently playing it, and I've heard the news that Sony had a hand in censoring the game. Here's the thing. If you didn't update your game, everything's left as is. Untouched, uncensored. Why does Sony have a hate boner for Eastern developers? Are they ashamed of Japan? Are they ashamed of their origin? Are they xenophobic? Or are they doing it for some sort of agenda? Here's the thing. Games like Baldur's Gate 3 and The Last of Us Part 2 have nudity and sex scenes. Uncensored, unrestricted. And yet a game like Stellar Blade can't show a bit of skin or cleavage. I call it a hypocritical double standard. It's reason enough why myself and many of us are fed up with the Sony brand and their hypocrisy. I canceled auto-renew on my PlayStation Plus because I've had enough. I'm tired of a brand that favors one side over the other. I'm tired of them censoring Japanese games. I'm tired of them giving into people like gaming journalists, Sweet Baby, DEI/ESG/Bridge, and others. It needs to stop. And if something isn't done, the brand will be unable to bounce back. It's why I signed a petition made by Mark Kern, aka Grums. And you all should too. As of now, it is at 70,000 signatures and rising. The goal is 100,000. Link will be in the description. So yes, in conclusion, I love Stellar Blade. I want this game to succeed. What I hate is Sony being a bunch of hypocrites favoring one side over the other. It needs to stop right now. Same can be said for these gaming journalists as well. They can go all the way to hell. If some of these idiots are hearing this, good. I despise game journalists. Always have, always will. Same can be said for the people, like the cowardly Jason Schreier, the xenophobic Adam Sessler, and the hypocritical, and bigoted Alyssa Mercante. The month of April has had a bit of a rough patch, but I may as well detail what went down. For starters, I started the final entry in the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy, Spirit of Justice. Seeing it in HD is a delight, and Capcom should be praised for how hard they worked on it. The only problem is that they didn't include the asinine attorney extras. Luckily, once I finish Spirit of Justice, DLC case included, I will be doing them as part of a few extra videos. It will be commentated too. Not only that, but I'll also have videos for all the cutscenes. Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice will have them in English and Japanese. If anyone wants to help with subs for it, let me know. I can't wait to see this journey end, and I want to thank Capcom for giving me the opportunity to do this trilogy for you all. Now, can Capcom please give the Ace Attorney Investigations the HD treatment? I want to play them both in HD, and yes, that includes Gyakuten Kenji 2, the game that never came over because the first game sold very poorly. I got my copy due to a contest at Game Trailers. Just wishful thinking, right? I also got to work on Final Fantasy VI via the Pixel remasters. As I mentioned before, Final Fantasy V is my all-time favorite Final Fantasy, but the 6th entry was what got me into it. It's a hell of an experience, and unlike the original SNES version, this one is as intended. I love it and enjoyed every bit of it. I did say that I would see everything through to the end, right? Okay then. As of a few days ago, it has been finished, meaning a journey that lasted so long has finally reached its end. Thank you, Square Enix, for giving me an opportunity to experience 6 Final Fantasy games. Now, I only wish that Dragon Quest got the Pixel Remaster treatment, rather than what we're dealing with right now. In terms of new games, I will say that I'm making quite a bit of headway with the game Stellar Blade. To everyone who is watching the playthrough, thank you. I mean it. It means a lot to me, and I hope to everyone that they get to see it. How I will go about it will be a bit tough, but knowing nothing I can't handle, right? Okay. Also, I finished Dragon Quest V, but I'll be explaining that in the next chapter. The month of May will devote towards finishing Spirit of Justice while also continuing Stellar Blade. I already mentioned my plans, so there's no need to go through explaining it here. What I will explain is what new stuff will come. For starters, I've already finished Dragon Quest V. The playthrough would end in 19 parts, but there will be a post-game part or two, and that's just covering the additional dungeon and the super boss Astark. Yeah, remember him from Dragon Quest IV? Well, he's a super boss in this game, and quite frankly, with how much effort I put, he'll be a joke. Mostly. I just need time to grind up and be ready for him. If you wonder when I'll do Dragon Quest VI, you just need to be patient with me. That's all I ask. The other new thing that will happen is Super Mario Wonder. Yes, I've done 3 videos of it and they will be coming. Like I mentioned already, all I ask is a bit of patience with it, as I need to get many other things done. I'm a one-man army that can only do so much. I don't get much in terms of support long-term, but I'm thankful for what I have. So I hope you look forward to my playthrough of the game when it happens. Not to mention Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door. I've beaten the game once before on the Nintendo GameCube. I will do it again. That's a promise. I will be covering the game and making sure that I get it done. It's what I do. You guys enjoyed it when I did it back on the GameCube, and it will repeat. Hopefully this time it can make the backtracking a bit less of a pain in the ass. I hope. Thankfully it comes out on May 23rd, so there's that. There's also Akuma coming out for Street Fighter 6, the last of the Season 1 DLC, and it comes out the 22nd. I will see if I can be able to do it, but you will need to bear with me on it, okay? There's kind of a reason for that. That's what my plans are for May. These plans will change, so be on the lookout. Speaking of which, in about 2 or so weeks, I'll be probably going on a week-long vacation. To be honest, I need it, and for someone that just wants to be free of doing YouTube for so long, it's a needed thing. So yeah, from May 15th to the 22nd, I'm going to be on vacation. Fortunately, I'll be hard at work making sure there are videos for you guys. It's like it before with the previous instances, and it's kind of a reason why I do double duty sometimes. It's not much, but it's all I can hope to do. Otherwise, I'll let you guys know, so be on the lookout for when it happens. It's been 2 months since I left Omnia Media, and unfortunately, I'm going to say it, things haven't been any better for the company. Yeah, several big name creators have been talking about it, and I swear it. I didn't think it would be bad. I'm just going to keep it short and say this. I enjoyed my time being in Omnia. For better or for worse. Or rather, for better and for worse, I had a good time. At least things ended on good terms, since honestly, the people who I worked under were very kind. I only wish them nothing but all the best. The only thing I also wish is that I can get my last paycheck from them. They owe me at least that much. Once I get that, then I can finally move on. With this, my update is done. It's a day late, but that's okay. I got a lot on my plate as it is, and I don't want to be more stressed than I already am. I gotta make sure I get things done before I get my needed R&R. Look forward to it, you guys. Please don't forget that if you enjoy what I do and the content that I produce, please consider supporting me, whether it be through channel memberships, my Ko-fi, or through PayPal. Anyone that does a dono through PayPal will get a shout out. Send 100, you'll get one for 3 months. And if you send 400, you get one that lasts the entire year. All will go towards improving the channel. And believe me, it helps a lot. Trust me on that. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, the like button. It means a lot. If you enjoyed this or any of my other content, please be sure to do 5 things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. It helps. Also, I want to improve our watch time. Last month was... I want this month to be better. I want to improve, and it can only be done by subbing and clicking that bell. Anyone that says it doesn't help is a fool. It really does mean a lot to me. That's it. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out.